All right, so I'm here with Arthur Gunn. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Good. I'm happy to have you on. I heard about you through kind of that first round of auditions, and it's just really cool to have you on. Can you just briefly introduce yourself to the listeners who haven't heard about you?
My name is Dibesh Pokharel, and I go by the stage name called Arthur Gunn. And I play music. I play guitar, sing, play harmonica sometimes here and there.
Very cool. Right off the bat, how did you come up with the name Arthur Gunn, and why Arthur?
Yeah, it's Arthur was the poet. He's French poet of Arthur Rimbaud, and I read some of his poetry. And
Very cool.
yeah, in those times, like his poetry words were very modern. He influenced the modern poetry in those times, and I needed a stage name, and I was just reading the poetries, and
Yeah,
and yeah, I like the volume of the name, Arthur. And
sure.
I kind of made my own meaning to it too. So it goes by there's art, three letters, A-R-T, art means art, and
Yeah,
H means a whole in biblical language. So it was like art whole, and
yeah. I think that's a lot deeper than I think a lot of people would give it credit for. That's really cool.
I give it a meaning to just to have like fun with the name.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely. Yeah. If you're gonna make up your own name, you might as well, right? So
it's like that's gonna be my stage name for for a while. So I mean just like something to do with your name.
sure. Did you think you needed a stage name, or did somebody recommend you get a stage name?
No, it was just like at this point of my life, like so I was making this album called Brahan, and which is in my native language, and then I decided like to go out and play, and so for that I thought like I would go by the stage name.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just wanted to take that approach, and like I thought I needed a stage name or something, and
Yeah,
I just like
that's awesome. Very cool. All right, so I just kind of want to take it back a little bit and talk about your experience in Wichita. So you came to Wichita like 5 years ago, is that right?
it's almost been 6 years now.
Almost 6 years. So what brought you and I think your family to Wichita then?
Right, right. Sorry.
What brought you and your family to Wichita?
Oh yeah, yeah. My sisters were like going to universities here,
Okay. Oh, cool.
and like after that, my parents came and like because they were just by themselves, and like so that's how my parents ended up here. They were first in California for a while, and they moved back to Wichita, like kind of 7 8 years ago.
Okay. What was Wichita what you expected it to be moving from Nepal or wherever?
I didn't had no expectation, because like
Yeah,
first of all, I didn't know like how what is it like. So I had no expectation.
sure.
All I knew was I was going to America.
Right.
And I knew I was going to Wichita, but I just didn't know how it was. But
Right. Yeah, understandable. What do you miss most about or miss from Nepal? What do you miss most?
about the Nepal, I miss the nature the most, and friends and
Yeah,
relatives, and just yeah, that's about it. So most.
sure. Yeah, I gotcha. Um, so what high school did you go to? If you probably moved here when you were in high school?
Yeah, yeah. I did my high school in Nepal.
Okay.
I was going to school here in Butler.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, you went to Butler. Very awesome. Awesome. I took a couple classes at Butler. So you mentioned, I mean, you had that album that came out, or I guess when did that album in your native language come out?
It came out in. I got done with the album in 2017. Then I released it digitally at 2018.
Okay, 2018. So how long have you been playing music? I mean, you've probably been playing since you were little, but what got you into music? How long have you been playing?
Yeah. So since I was kid, music has been the part of my life. So it's like I started singing since I was kid, like
Yeah,
since, and just like one of those thing kids do. It's like
yeah,
some kids get into playing something else. Some kids get into singing. Some kids get into drumming.
yeah,
Some get into something else. But yeah, that was the case. So I started singing, and I just used to stumble around with the song and like just listen to the song and try sing it afterwards towards it. And so it was nothing serious at that point. And later on in my school days, so we had to like take this class, and I did some of this performance with my friends. As I started growing up, then we built like band with the friends, and here and there, and like I started playing music then, as a hobby. It was a hobby then, and later on for a while, like I got zoned out from it, and I started hanging out more with my friends and all, and we started doing party and this and that, and after that, like, and then I realized music was the thing that gives me the satisfaction I wanted. It's like more than anything else. That was like, oh yeah, this is what really, way I can, like, even express myself. It's like the way I can, like, it was about creating.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's your passion.
Yeah. And that's how it came in. So it got, build it up, like before I came to Wichita, 2 years before I came to Wichita. So I
Mhm.
was in pubs and bars back home there, and like, with
Oh
the
yeah.
band. Then yeah, and after I came Wichita, it just got more serious.
Yeah. Did you join any bands here in Wichita, or have you been a solo act since you came here?
I played with a couple of musicians here and there, and like, but not as a
Yeah.
band.
Cool. Where's your favorite place to play in Wichita?
I mean, like, I would definitely play in Opium Theater.
Yeah.
Like, I remember going there. That was my first experience in musical experience in Wichita. I was- and yeah, after that, I started playing in our coffee house, then in Brickyard once, and in Meats Corner here and there. I was trying to play at any place I could. So
Yeah.
some of the places I played, I don't even remember the name right now.
Yeah. That's
But
awesome, dude. That's cool. Who was your inspiration? I know you kind of have, you might have said it on American Idol or in a different interview, but you have kind of like a folky, like Bob Dylan inspired sound. Is that your inspiration? Where did you find your inspiration and kind of your unique tone from?
yeah, I mean, as long as we talk about inspiration, there is so much more.
Yeah.
And yeah, as you mentioned, Bob Dylan. I like his writings.
Hmm.
So he's the best songwriter I've ever known. And so meanwhile, there is a lot of, I have jazz influence, some blues influence, and roots, and like, here and there. I try to listen to every kind of music,
Yeah.
inspiration from here and there.
Absolutely. I listen to Spotify, and I think the top 5 Spotify songs are all from that first album or just kind of other singles you released, and not a lot in English, but I love like I don't know how you say it, Carnali, the river. That one's awesome. But do you have any plans soon to release English music, or what's that look like in the future?
Yeah, definitely. I have a plan to release an English music. I would definitely have a plan. Uh, as the time goes by, like, one of these days the project is gonna start.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Uh, then I'll be all in for making music. And
Sure.
that's the approach I'm like looking forward to take.
Yeah. So that's the goal then, is full-time music, going from there.
Yeah, totally. Like, I mean, yeah, as long as it can go, it's like, that's music is one of the thing I do too. And basically it's like I go, here and there, like, try. After music, it comes social work.
Yeah. Very cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. And that's kind of a priority. I like going here and there, like, I like traveling too. So
Yeah.
to keep all of the things in balance here and there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's really cool, man. So getting into kind of American Idol, as of right now, you're in the top 20. I'm not sure how much you can talk about, and we can, if we say anything, we can kind of cut it back. But and I don't know if a lot of people know, other than if they've been watching, but it's really cool just to have somebody from Wichita representing us. But did you go through the whole process at Century 2, the Wichita audition and everything like that?
Yes, I did. Like, first of all, I started my journey. I submitted my online video audition,
Hmm.
and after that, like, I went and did my open call
Yeah.
into, and like that's how it started. And like,
Okay.
so, yeah, it went through process and process.
Yeah. Were you awarded one of the because I know some people could like send in their stuff and they kind of got like a preferred. Did you have to wait in line, or did you get to kind of go to the front and audition in Wichita?
I mean, like, with the after like uh I think I waited in like I tried to wait in line, and I had like this um the pamphlets sent by the American Idol after I
Hmm.
submitted my audition video. So after that, like I think I didn't have to wait in line so much. I
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, because I heard some people were waiting there all day and everything like that. So that's nice.
heard like some people just showed up there like for the open call, like
Hmm.
like if I had showed up there like just for the open call audition, I would have been in the same line,
Right.
But
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
some audition before that kind of got me through it.
Yeah. Were you nervous for that audition at all?
I mean, totally, you'd be body would be nervous, in a big step like that. There was a little bit of nervousness here
Yeah.
and there. Yeah, I mean the atmosphere was, it was like it was crazy. There was like
Yeah.
all people and like so many thousands of people. So you have to go through that and seeing all that, and you see so many other people coming out and singing their heart out, and you just
Right.
like
Oh yeah.
you just don't have no clue.
Yeah. That's incredible. Did you have any clue or any gut? I mean, obviously you might not know, but any gut feeling that you would make it this far?
All I knew was like I'm gonna sing. All I thought about was like I'll try to sing the best I can.
Hmm.
And this is what I wanted to do, and this is what I do too. And
Absolutely. Yeah.
for the audition too. So it was like I'm just gonna go and I'm just gonna do it. That's what
Yeah.
I. So
Yeah. For sure. And I think you definitely stand out too. Just the way you sing, and it's definitely unique and like a different approach than a lot of people take. So it's pretty cool, and it definitely stands out. Um,
thank
were you? I guess was it more and more nerves as you go from like Wichita to like I don't know what levels next, and then celebrity judges, and then Hawaii? Was it just more nerves, or how does that look?
yeah, yeah. I mean, it goes in a balance. You
Yeah.
build a confidence too, and you get nervous too.
Yeah.
Me, it goes like in both ways. So
Yeah.
you, you know, I guess like for me it went both ways. I was
Right.
confident about it too, but meanwhile I was nervous about it too.
Right.
But
Absolutely.
I didn't had no clue like what was gonna happen, and I didn't expect it. So it was just like yeah, for me I was all about like yeah, I'm gonna have to sing.
Yeah.
I'm, yeah.
Yeah. For sure. What was your favorite part of American Idol so far?
Oh, the favorite part of American Idol is I mean it's kind of crazy already, and it's like it's been 8 months already, and it doesn't. I just feel like I started it last week or something.
Yeah.
It has been there. There has been a lot of things, I've learned through it. I've gone through it, so it's almost like it is like now a family. Just like it feels like oh yeah, it's like it feels very mutual when you go there. So
Yeah.
it's hard to pick a favorite part, but as I think like everything is a great experience.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you're never going to forget this, and it's already kind of doing it, but like it's going to be like a launch pad for your career, and it's going to be really cool to see where it goes from here.
Yeah, totally.
Do you have any advice for others that may want to try out for American Idol or anything like that?
I mean, all all I can say is, I mean, if you are like, up to singing and like playing music, like if you think that's what you should do, if you feel like if you even feel like a little bit of, that will in you, like, yeah, I should try it out, and American Idol is a great platform too. So, I think everyone should like, who feels like they should go and do the audition, and I think they should like at least try it, I
Yeah,
mean,
give it a try.
yeah, they should try it.
Awesome. So I just have a couple kind of general questions, and then just a couple quick questions about Wichita and kind of your favorite parts of Wichita. But have you had any previous struggles in music before getting to American Idol, or what's been your biggest struggle in music?
Like before this, like, I mean, uh, I wasn't struggling artist, like everything else before this was a struggle, and still now this is even a struggle, it's like,
Yeah.
it's like, I mean, uh, it's like, so before the audition, like I was like I made my own music. I produced it, and like then I started like going around, traveling around, and playing it. Playing out in the streets, playing out in the Broadwalk, and playing out here and there. So it was like for when I think about those times, everything was struggle.
Yeah.
Nothing. It was like it was a great deal. Like I played with in the places like where I had to like sing my lungs out, while I couldn't be speaking, and but
Mhm.
thing was, it's like it's been a wild journey and it has been a long journey too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And it's,
that's,
I mean, and it's just getting started. This is, it's going to be really cool to see how it takes off after this.
yeah.
What is your definition of success?
I mean, the definition of success, that's a hard question.
Put you on the spot a little bit.
Yeah, my definition of success would be, living a good life, being, a good person, helping people, live as much as you live your life for yourself, try to give a part of it to the people too,
Yeah.
so like that would always lead you to the good self of yourself. So
Yeah.
that is, if you can do that, if you can stick to being yourself and being good for the people, you are the success.
Yeah. I love that, man. I love that. So just a couple quick questions. What is your favorite part of Wichita, or what's like a hidden gem, maybe like a restaurant that people might not have heard of? What's your favorite part?
I like hanging around our coffee house too.
Yeah.
Now these days, like I haven't gone there for a while,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, I like hanging around there. It's like cool atmosphere there, like, and I like taking walk around in Indian Center too,
Hmm. Yeah.
like the brick buildings,
Yeah.
looks
Absolutely.
looks cool and antique, classic. So I like the feels of it,
Hmm.
they're around there, and like yeah, it's like the movie theater,
Hmm.
is up there, and on top of the parking lot, we drive there sometimes,
Yeah.
some friends like introduce me there this place, and that's a sweet spot, you can see all town and like chill there.
Yeah.
And uh, there's a lot of places. I like the 2 hours far from here. There's a place called Wilson Lake.
Yeah.
Awesome, that place is awesome. If you want to see hills in Wichita, that's
Sure.
the place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Absolutely. That's cool. Do you think you'll stick around Wichita for a while, or just depending how music goes, might have to go somewhere bigger?
I mean, for now, like I'm in Wichita, and I have no so much planned out. Like I'm gonna go there and do this.
Right.
And let's see, how it goes. Like how the journey unfolds. I'm
Yeah.
gonna take it as it is.
Yeah. What do you wish Wichita had that it doesn't have, or what would you improve about Wichita if you could?
I mean, uh, about Wichita, what would I improve? Or for now, for instance, I would really think about like cleaning the river in
Yeah.
Indian. That river is like the 6 years earlier when I came, the river was flowing clean. I never saw any plastic or any kind of trash out there, and now
Mhm.
sometimes when I go out there, it's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. Very good point. So just kind of one last question. What does Wichita mean to you?
I mean, I've spent my like part of my time here. 3 years are like some of the time I spent traveling, and part of the time I've spent here, and I've made relations, connections with people here, and I have my family here, friends here, so it's like it is a part of home. I can't change the fact that I was born in Nepal, but Wichita is going to be my second home too. This is like the place I've invested myself in, part of my life in. So it feels like you know I feel absorbed with it.
Yeah. I love that. I think, I mean, I know myself as a Wichitan, we're proud to have you kind of coming out of here. We're claiming you for sure. And we just really appreciate you coming on the podcast, man. Good luck on the next round of American Idol and moving forward in your career. And then hopefully maybe post American Idol or in a few months or a few years, we can have you back on here and talk about how things are going.
Yeah, I'd love that. I'd love that.
Appreciate it, man. Well, hopefully see you around. And again, good luck. And we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you very much. Talk to you
Have a
soon.
good one, Dibesh. Bye. Today's sponsor is Il Primo Espresso Cafe. Il Primo is one of my favorite coffee shops in Wichita. Their location on the east side at Central and Woodlawn offers a comfy atmosphere, local art, and a great cup of coffee. Go check out Il Primo today.